yo. We feature all local, independent, underground artists. When I say local, I just mean local. Like the ones that live next door to you that you ain't heard yet. Feel me? Yeah, the slept on motherfuckers, the overlooked ass dudes, the underrated, the ones that's finna be legends, son. You know? Without too much more fucking talking, it's a wrap, yo. Yo, what's happening, family? We're back with another reaction. Today we got the homie 100% Beef. And no, my man don't got no beef with nobody. He just a good, healthy side of beef, baby. My man's cool as fuck, man. If you don't know who Beef is, man, make sure you're looking in the description for them links. Dope reactor, dope comedian, dope rapper. This is an original track, finally. Well, there's been a couple original ones that we've reacted to, I guess. With just a remixed beat or whatever, you know, but this is original. This is Go Fish. I'm ready for this, man. I'm ready for this. Yo, family, if you're not subbed to the channel, do that thing right now. Slide the screen up a little bit, tap that sub button, piece up that notification bell, get that thing to ringing so you can be notified. We do all types of different shit over here, man. We don't stick to one genre. It ain't just rap music all the time. It ain't just hip hop. You know, it's everything. Been getting into a lot of electronic shit lately. Matter of fact, I was a new follower, and she does electronic pop, and you know, I'm loving the sound, so we're gonna be reacting to her pretty soon. Not today, but pretty soon. But let's get into this 100% Beef joint. Go Fish. You ready, fam?
Yeah, you know I'm asexual. Y'all might relate to this one better.
Alright, this is getting a little bit repetitive. Everything that you write is about your sexuality. There's other things to write about. And first of all, we're talking about a sexuality that's not even really a sexuality. Like a bunch of people that were different decided to categorize themselves, and they found a fucking term that kind of fit their narrative. Scientifically, a person can't be asexual. According to Google and Wikipedia, now, because of contributors, you know, random people that write in things, asexual is defined as a person that has no sexual attraction or can't be sexually stimulated by the other sex, which is completely false scientifically. Asexual is a being that can reproduce either way. It can reproduce with the opposite sex, but it also doesn't need the opposite sex to reproduce, like a plant. Because if a plant can't pollinate another plant, it will still create a seed, and it will still drop a seed. So it still reproduces without the opposite reproductive organs. You see what I'm saying? This is things that we learned in 5th grade science. As time went on, and there, you know, people created these groups because there's different types of sexual orientations. We had to call them something. We gave them their names. Not science. I mean, we could go back and get the Latin of that word. I'm so sick of people grouping people, and these groups are created to divide and alienate people that aren't alike. And I mean, every song is I'm asexual, I'm asexual, I'm asexual. I wanna write songs, but I'm not gonna write songs about how straight I am. And you won't hear me say I'm straight in every single song.
It's hard being your friend because of my feelings. I want to tell you that's how I deal with things. You're happy with your boyfriend, never found the proper time. Anytime you're with him, I don't want to cross your line. It's not your fault, you never heard how I feel. But I'm sick of feeling like the third wheel. My feelings continue to hurt for real. So I'ma lay low cause I prefer to heal. I'm scared to love again. That's why I wanna be friends. Cause you're single, then it ends. I'm too slow, cause I'm on the fence. She's taken but emotions made me write this. I let her go but wanted her despite it. I told you how relationships made me nervous. I'ma go fish cause I'm happy your relationship's working. Maybe being asexual would have been a burden. Maybe sex isn't the reason I closed the curtain. All I know is I didn't tell her how I feel, that's for certain. Maybe it's better cause I wasn't that determined. Maybe you were never crushing on me, cause I'll never ask to know if you was. I live in my own fantasy land cause my anxiety gets out of hand. I'm scared to love again, that's why I wanna be friends. Cause you're single, then it ends. I'm too slow, cause I'm on the fence. She's taken but emotions made me write this. I let her go but wanted her despite it. I told you how relationships made me nervous. I'm gonna go fish cause I'm happy your relationship's working.
I'm glad my homie's putting his feelings out on tracks and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's every song, you know what I mean? It just gets, it's like, dude, come on, man. You know I'm always here to talk, man, if you need somebody to talk to and shit. This beat was pretty cool. The levels are always way out of whack, man. Like, you're really loud on this one, you know, and there's an echo on your voice, so it's like taken away from any type of you know, harmony that you have on your voice in the flow. And then I don't know, man. The hook, it's just like, well, the first time I heard the hook, it was a little bit louder. The second time, the level's different. But it's like a really low key, so it's like a big change from the verse, and it just doesn't hit right. You know what I mean?
Maybe being asexual would have been a burden. Maybe sex isn't the reason I closed the curtain. All I know is I didn't tell her how I feel, that's certain. Maybe it's better because I wasn't that determined.
You know, I'm always talking about, like, I hate when rappers talk about, like, fucking hoes and, you know, shit like that, like, talk and, like, inviting dudes to suck their dicks and shit on tracks and whatnot. Music doesn't have to be, like, sexually charged. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, you know, it's their emotions, and a lot of us, you know, deal with that shit, you know, hard because, you know, of our orientation or whatever, maybe how we've been treated in the past, how people have used us or whatever. But oh my God, man. If the music's got like a sexy vibe to it and a provocative vibe to it, that's cool and shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, to have every song be about your sexual preference or your sexual orientation or whatever, or why your preference or your orientation is the way it is, come on, man. Like, the world really doesn't need to know that. I don't see it, if people didn't know that you were asexual or didn't know you had a different sexual orientation, they wouldn't clown you about it. So, I mean, and I don't see people hating you about your orientation, so the song's a week old. It's got one comment, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I just don't feel like it has to be the topic of every song. I liked it when you sung about your grandma. And when you had fun on that what was it, Bill Gates. But even in that, you talk about it. You talk about the orientation and the preference and shit. It's really off-putting, man. Because first and foremost, I like you as a person. Because you're a good person. And it wouldn't matter to me what your sexual orientation is. You're gonna be a good person to me because you're a good person. So that really has no effect in our relationship as friends. You know what I'm saying? I could have went my whole entire life without knowing your sexual preference or orientation, and we'd still be cool. I mean, we're always gonna be cool regardless of what your preference is, but it's just a little bit off-putting when it's every time, man, every time. And it's almost like that I don't really like to, convey this stuff. It's awkward for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to really talk about this stuff. And so it's almost like you fucking be like, yo, can you react to this? Because you want to hear what I got to say about it. It ain't gonna be nice. I'm not gonna be nice about it. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna clown you about it either. You know what I'm saying? Don't take what I'm saying in the beginning as hate or disrespectful, because I come from a time where they weren't changing how we learned things to support narratives. You know what I mean? So I'm just putting a little bit of my knowledge and experience out there. And the only reason I don't appreciate categories and groups like that is because they're created to divide. They're created to alienate people that aren't like. So if you're not like me, and this is sort of the form of bigotry, if you're not like me, I'm gonna have to categorize myself with these guys over here, and we'll always be separate. We'll always have this line, this boundary right here that separates us. And I feel like you probably miss out on a lot of important relationships because of that division. So, I mean, that being said, fam, I want to get into the fun shit. I want to do the fun shit. I don't want to talk about this weird shit.
I'm scared to love again. That's why I wanna be friends.
Oh no, I got much respect for him putting this shit out there. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to do that. And I know he's probably he's always nervous whenever I react to his shit, because he knows he knows I keep it real, and I say how I feel right at the time I feel it. You know what I'm saying? And it mean no disrespect to the homie. You know what I mean? Just my take on things. That being said, your family, the homie's links will be in the description. Make sure you follow him, sub him. He's a dope reactor. He's got some funny content. He's a dope comedian. Show that love. Drop them likes and comments. Let them know I sent you. Let them know what you thought. Whole bunch of links for me and the homies at LG2 in the description. Websites. My Gmail, Insta, Twitter, merch, donation, all that. Do that thing. Your family. To the next one. It's a wrap, yo.